So in this video, I took a walking tour of Oslo, Norway, which is the capital of the country, and it has about 700,000 people of a country of nearly 6 million people. So it's a fairly large city and has a pretty good public transport network, which consists of buses and trams and also ferry boats. So you can also get around the city with ferries. City is full of a lot of amenities such as museums, opera houses, music venues, pretty much everything you would imagine in a modern city. It's also very clean, it's fairly organized well, and there's also particular unique stuff that you have access to in the city because it's in Norway. So you'll see in the video that along the fjord there are places for people to go to a sauna, and I found it interesting they had some that were like mobile as well, so that seems very uniquely Scandinavian. Mobile sauna that'll take you out to the fjord. But there's also a lot of history in Oslo, dating because the city dates back about 1,000 years. But over the course of that time, the city, as in many other Scandinavian cities, has burnt down because most of the early cities in this part of the world were made of wood, which was susceptible to fires. So the city in its current form mainly started getting built in around the 19th century and has a lot of modernist architecture now. But well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you've been watching these, please like, share, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so I dropped my stuff off here at the hostel I'm staying at, and I'm in Oslo now. So I signed up for a quick walking tour in central Oslo, and I will be doing that here in like an hour. So just kind of getting oriented to the city. The weather is perfect right now, though. It's really beautiful. It's like cool, sunny. Couldn't ask for a better day. Man, this place is just a beautiful day today for sure. It's like now I'm gonna take the train. All right, here we go. Let me jump on this one. Woo! Let's do this. I can get on it. Let's see. All right, got it. Yeah, the park's really pretty. It's a nice little plaza there. And I came at the perfect time of year, I guess. Wow, look at this park. It's like in a little canyon here. This like city's like super green. All right, so I'm in the downtown part of the city now. Got off on like at a different station. So just kind of want to see what it's like to be down here. Got the second American flag there. Yeah, this is a really cool building. It's like a church or something. Guess we'll find out on the tour. All right, I'm here at the train station, and I'm actually had to go get some cash to pay my tour guide. I probably could have paid him with a card, but I just want to get some cash too. I prefer to pay the guys in cash. And I also collect a few of the banknotes too. So, but yeah, this is like a nice train station. It's like a shopping mall train station, and one of my like cords from my other phone like fritzed out, so I need to buy another one. It's kind of pricey. It's like 14-15 bucks, but I don't think it's gonna let me down like my other cord did. Look at that though. It's like loads of light in here. See what kind of goodies they got. Mm-mm-mm. Then you just get a giant loaf of bread here. Crazy. Alright, so we're supposed to be in for the tiger tour. I don't know if this is a walking tour or what, but I'm like 15 minutes early, I think. I'm just gonna double check right away. There's the police too. Politi. So at this point, my mic had run out, so I don't know. There's no sound. I was just commenting on everything that was looking around me in this area. It's mainly like this giant fountain here in the main square, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then when I just continued commenting how pretty that was. And this is the opera here in Oslo. And there's the main library, and we'll find about that later. I was commenting, I didn't know what those were. And here's the stock exchange in Oslo. And I guess it's like the smallest one in the world, which is kind of interesting. That's what our tour guide was saying. And this was like the first building that's completely made out of concrete, and it was like the largest at its time. So I think that one's been standing since like the mid 20th century. So it's kind of interesting. And then this building was actually like the oldest, one of the oldest in the city. Is like the old city hall, and it was built kind of not well. It's really crooked. They're trying to figure out whether the ground was subsiding or whether they just built it really poorly. They can't really figure it out. And this place is the oldest restaurant in Oslo, and it's famous because there is a table there where Monk would eat out every time. Monk, yeah. And I was commenting on this area here. It's mainly just like a nice park right here in front of the restaurant. But yeah, like Monk would eat there all the time, and I guess he got kicked out of the restaurant, or like they didn't have his table ready for him, and he got angry. He's like, I'm never coming here again. But to this day they still have his like table there, so it's kind of funny. And what was this building? I don't know. And these are just like some of the older area of town here. These are the oldest buildings here in Oslo because the city had burnt down multiple times. And I guess when they rebuilt it after they had burnt it down, or after it burnt down by accident, the king pointed this spot where it was going to be like the center of the new Oslo. And this is like this is like the entrance to the fortress here. I was like noticing how nice the parks and stuff were. And if you look way out in the distance, there were some cute horses. I was like, wow, they have some horses here in Oslo. Nice. And it was like super sunny that day, so it was really nice. And yeah, you could see the walls of the fortress there. So in the mid 19th century, or like earlier, I think maybe 18th century actually, so it'd be like the 1700s, they built this giant fortress there to guard the mouth of Oslo, like the end of the Oslo fjord. And these are like some of the ramparts and walls that they used. And this fort kind of points out towards the sea, so if any ships were coming in, they could basically destroy them with cannons. But this weekend they were having like a festival, like a medieval festival, so they're gathering up all the tents and costumes and horses and everything. So they're like prepping. Oh, these things you're looking at, these doors is where they used to store like the ammo and stuff for all the cannons to keep it dry, like all the powder and cannonballs. Here are some of the cannons from that time that they've used to defend the city from whoever is coming in by sea that wasn't supposed to be, any pirates or navy ships that weren't supposed to be coming. They could fire on them. And we were just going to other sections of town. So these are like some of the older buildings too. You could see kind of the timbers and stuff like that, like the walls that were constructed there. And if you look ahead there, that's the city hall there, the Twin Towers, those two red buildings there. And it's kind of funny because that's where they give out the Nobel Peace Prize. So if Donald Trump ever got his way, that's where he would have gotten his Nobel Peace Prize, which is never coming. I just noticed this fountain. I thought it was really cool. It's just like, oh, here's a giant gushing. This is on the side of the City Hall building.
And here's the front view of the city hall. It looks really cool. It's just a very unique design structure. It was really sunny that day too. Like all the Norwegians were out there like tanning. They were just like soaking it in. Especially like it's kind of funny on the museum. They're just like splayed out. I was like, it's kind of weird. But yeah, Northern Europe, they really, as soon as they get some rays of sun, they're barbecuing, they're having a little fiesta, you know. They really enjoy the sun there. And here we're walking through like the park that's in front of the Parliament building actually. So it's kind of like the main square of Oslo here. And it's really nicely managed, like with flowers and fountains. And our tour guide said that they had just started this fountain up in particular. So this here is the Parliament building. And yeah, this is where the laws of the country are made. And this is where the legislature meets. I think she was mentioning they're having some sort of demonstration on behalf of like the indigenous people in Norway called the Sami. They're kind of like they're similar to the Native Americans in the US, you know. They're the original people in Norway. And this is the Opera Hall, or National Theater. And just another view of the City Hall. And yeah, then I just made my way after this. I kind of like just took some more views of the City Hall and like this part of town. I kind of wanted to get one that wasn't so like plastered by the sun, because like the views weren't as good. I was noticing how gold that statue was at the time. It's like pretty crazy. I was like, if Donald Trump knew about it, he'd have that gold statue put to Washington, you know? And then I went back and took a photo of me in front of the ship that I came in on from Denmark. But then after that, I decided to walk back towards the National like Opera House there. But I noticed here, I was just like noticing all the ships and stuff. But I walk by the place where they have these mobile saunas. You'll see coming up ahead. I think I was focusing on the different ships there. I don't know. I just really like the old wooden ships. I think they're like really cool. And this one's like an old Navy ship actually. This was like a minesweeper it was built in the 1960s, and they decommissioned it like in the 80s or 90s. I can't remember exactly. There's like a little placard there that tells you what's up. So if you're interested, you can just like pause there and read it. But yeah, it's just like, it looks older than when it was built. I could have sworn it was built in like the 1910s or 20s. It's like an old wooden ship. But now it's built in the 60s, so it's relatively modern. Not quite. It's like Vietnam era, I guess, in American terms. Yeah, just Oslo is just a great port city, you know, just the end of the fjord there. And here's like the walls that are facing out towards the fjord. I just kind of walked by them too. I was just admiring how big they were, you know. I guess they never got hit in battle. I didn't see any like. Well, I guess if they would have been hit, they would have been. Oh, this is the ship that I came in on, the Nordic Pearl, which was a nice ride. I really enjoyed my rest there, honestly, and just great views of the sea. I really appreciated that. Yeah, it was just a really nice ride. I really appreciate getting a chance to experience that, going out in the open ocean. Well, I guess it wasn't necessarily open ocean. You're just going from one Nordic port to another. I guess crossing like the Atlantic would be like the open ocean. Just admiring all the buildings and boats and such. But the Opera House is really cool. Get a closer look in just a bit. And then you could see like the Munch building where they have like the Scream series of paintings and all of well, I keep calling him Munch, but it's Munch. It's pronounced Munch in Norwegian. The painter, Edvard Munch. but it looks like Munch in English, so it's kind of confusing. And then, yeah, just there's the opera house, and then there's like the main library of the city, which is, yeah, the modernist art in Oslo is kind of interesting, you know, to say the least. I like that art installation they had out in the fjord there. It's like a bunch of glass. Looks like a weird well, I suppose like the building, the opera house, is supposed to look like an iceberg, but actually that looks like a iceberg, the glass in the middle of the harbor. It is a cool building though, I'll have to admit. I don't know. I wish I could have climbed it. Well, I got to climb it actually. So these are the mobile saunas. So you could take these out into the fjord, and they're like boats. So you could jump out into the cold water, and then once you jump out in the cold water, you get back in and you warm up in the sauna inside the boat. But I'm just like, they don't look too seaworthy. I don't know. I'd be kind of scared to drive them personally. I'd be afraid I'd like crash them or get hit by another boat or something. But these ones over here are fixed saunas, so you just jump right there into the harbor, and you just go into the sauna that's right in there. They don't move. Whereas these ones, I assume they're way more expensive because you're having your own private like little boat. Whereas these other ones are more like public saunas where you just pay a fixed fee and you just go in and enjoy it. Yeah, so all the people here in Oslo are just soaking up the rays, you know, enjoying the sun. And I decided to be like a tour. Oh man, these guys, they will steal your food. Those seagulls are evil. Watch out. If you have like anything, sandwiches, hot dogs, chips, they will steal them. Even ice cream, probably, I'm sure. But I felt like climbing this thing, I was like on like the surface of a different planet or something. I don't know. I was like, or like at White Sands in New Mexico. It's just like packed down. It was just really bizarre. Or some like sort of futuristic sci-fi alien movie. It's just a really interesting building. When you get closer to it, just bizarre. Like some sort of UFO or something. But it's fun just experiencing that. I think seeing people like climb up at it at an angle is kind of striking. Just the visual of it. Just the bizarreness of it. I didn't even notice people were taking their luggage up there. Why? Why would you be taking your luggage up to the top? That makes no sense. Just go store it somewhere. I don't know. That's just weird. But yeah, you up on top, you have great views of the fjord. Well, it's like a fjord and a harbor at the same time. So you could also take like public ferries to those islands there. Like there's like, I think you go to like 3 separate islands on the ferry. And it's all part of like the pass. So if you buy like a city card to ride the public transit for the day, you could just jump on the ferries. And it's kind of funny because I actually got scanned for my pass that day. So it's just like, they actually check. So there's like people either uniformed or no uniform that'll check to see whether you have a valid travel card to ride on the public transport. So do the right thing, make sure you pay for public transport. Don't try to ride for free, even though it is very tempting because the odds of them checking you are pretty low. But I don't know. I think I paid like $14 for the day for like a 24-hour pass, and I used it like 4 times, so I think it was worth it. And yeah, just reflecting on the day, and I felt like overall it was a fun day in Oslo. I definitely recommend it to anybody who's there. You know, go do a city walk tour, learn a little bit about the place that you're at the time. And if you've been enjoying these videos, like, share, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It'd really help me like build the channel up and make it a better channel for sure. All right, well, thank you for watching. Bye.